Hello guys, Hamster here, the TechRodent, and today I'll be doing a review of the Lenovo S650, one of Lenovo's budget phones coming in at $179 US. The question then is, what exactly does the S650 offer in a smartphone at this price range? Well, internally, you're looking at a MediaTek MT6582 processor with 4 Cortex-A7 cores clocked at 1.3 GHz. For the GPU, you're looking at an ARM Mali 400 MP2, you've got 1GB of RAM, and for storage, you have 8GB that is expandable via a microSD slot. Looking at the front of the device, you'll find the 4.7-inch LCD display that pushes out a 960 by 540 resolution that comes to a pixel density of 234 pixels per square inch. The screen, while not overly brilliant, has good colors, doesn't look washed out, and has some pretty decent viewing angles as well. The front-facing camera is a 0.3 megapixel camera, making it evident that it's not really a selfie phone. And down the bottom, you'll find the 3 capacitive touch buttons that are backlit. Down the right, you'll find the volume rocker that has quite a nice tactile feel to it, and the same goes for the power button that you'll find on the top, beside the 3.5mm headphone jack. There's nothing on the left of the device, and down the bottom, you'll find the micro USB port, together with the hole for the primary microphone beside it. Over at the back, you have the speaker grille, the Lenovo branding in a metallic chrome finish, and the 8 megapixel rear-facing camera that is accompanied by an LED flash. The cover for the back has a bit of a textured finish that makes it rough to the touch and easy to hold without much chances of the phone slipping out of your hand. Popping the back cover off isn't that easy as it takes a bit of prying, but it's not something that I particularly mind, as in turn it feels a bit more secure and sturdy. Underneath, there is the 2000 mAh battery, together with the 2 SIM slots and the microSD slot. Overall, the phone has a chrome trim that wraps itself around the edges through to the back, and I guess Lenovo was trying to go for a slightly more premium look, but to be honest, it comes off as cheap, plastic, and the design doesn't really do anything to help draw away from the fact that it's a budget phone, instead enforcing it. Powering the phone on, you are first greeted with a Lenovo splash screen, followed by the startup animation and its corresponding chime. It takes about 26 seconds for the phone to fully boot up to the lock screen from a cold start. Unlocking the phone is a matter of swiping up on the lock screen, and there doesn't seem to be any shortcuts that allow you to unlock the phone to different apps like the camera or dialer. Despite being a budget tier device, the S650 operated quite smoothly navigating through the home screen and UI. While the phone runs on Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, it does have some UI customization on top of it that makes it look quite similar to a device running the MyUI software. There aren't a lot of pre-installed applications that come with the phone, so that's always a good sign, though you will find applications like Skype, Facebook, and Twitter already in the phone when you first pick it up. The one interesting thing, however, to note off with the unit that I got is that it came with Super SU installed, leading me to believe that it could have came pre-rooted, though I did not confirm this. Running my usual set of benchmarks, I got 17,257 in Antutu, 3039 in 3DMark's iStorm, 2034 in iStorm Extreme, and 2896 in iStorm Unlimited. This means that the S650 scored higher than the S920 in both the Unlimited and Extreme tests, though still far behind the Motorola Moto G. When running Unreal's Epic Citadel, I found that I was unable to run the ultra high quality benchmark, so I only ran the high quality benchmark, in which I got an average of 55 FPS, a very respectable score. Photos taken with this phone are actually surprisingly not too bad, if it manages to get the color balancing right, that is. Using Lenovo's Super Camera application, I found photos to be quite decently sharp, vibrant with a pretty good dynamic range, have a pretty good noise control and reduction, and bokeh, while not overly prominent, was present and looked quite good. Low light conditions is kind of where it starts to fail a bit, as colors looked a bit more muted and noise was a bit more evident, though the noise looked to be a bit more monochromatic rather than chroma noise. Turning on the flash didn't seem to fix much however, as I found the flash to be too bright, causing colors to be still a bit muted, backgrounds to be shrouded in darkness, and the foreground to be just a bit too bright. In terms of connectivity, I didn't have any problems with either GSM, Wi-Fi or GPS, and based on the benchmarks I did, its performance was pretty good. Talking about battery life however is where I feel it all starts to fall apart, as running my battery tests, the phone lasted 62 hours on pure idle, and 6 hours of non-stop video playback, giving it short of 16 hours in light day-to-day usage. In comparison, the Moto G scored a respectable 37 hours instead. As a whole, I found the S650 to be a good phone for budget-minded people who don't see the need to spend a lot of money on a smartphone. While the plastic body build and the dated design kind of sets this phone back in the aesthetics department, it does perform quite solidly and is quite a smooth device to use. Considering its price at $179 and perhaps even a lot cheaper now, you'd be hard pressed to find another device that performs at this price level. If you're willing to top up a bit more however, you open your options to a wider range of phones, and that's where the line blurs a little. Overall, I give this phone a 7 out of 10. If you found this review helpful, please like, rate, comment and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the S650 as well in the comments below, and also let me know if you prefer the voiceovers as opposed to the live recordings. Thanks for watching guys, and have a good day.